Once folks claim that good things arrive in small packages, they are most likely speaking about San Marino, the earliest known sovereign state in the globe, which measures just 61 meters squared. The Republic of San Marino, also known as the Serene Republic of San Marino in poetic form, is a sovereign nation located in the heart of Italy, next to the Apennine Mountains, with views that extend all the way down to the Dalmatian coast. San Marino is the third largest nation in Europe, following Vatican City in Monaco. You'll find everything from forests, forest towers, to retail malls, ancient marketplaces, and Olympic stadiums in this quirky and distinctive area of the world. Keep on watching to find which tourist attraction you would most likely make immediately buy you a plane ticket. Number 1. Roca Gura. The most well-known of San Marino's attractions, Roca Gura and Torre Sesta, are two fortification towers located at a ridge near Mount Tatano's top. The towers are a part of a group of 3 that appear on San Marino's official flag, and visitors can visit and tour the towers, the oldest of which, Roca Gura, dating from the 13th century. Roca Gura, built in the 11th century, is the first and oldest of the fortresses. It is used as a prison for a long time before being rebuilt several times for different purposes until it reached its current form during the 15th century war between San Marino and the House of Malatesta. The two towers are typically visited together, and Torre Sesta houses a traditional ornament museum. The views from the top towers are breathtaking, stretching all the way to the Dalmatian coast and over the nearby Apennines. Food and drink vendors, souvenir stalls, and tourist kiosks can be found on Mount Tatano and around the towers. Number 2. Mount Tatano. Mount Tatano, the highest point for miles, commands spectacular views for any of its 3 towers. The views extend northwest to the Apennines, east to the coast, Rimini, and on a clear day, across the Adriatic to Croatia's Dalmatian coast. 3 castles dot its lengthy ridge, the highest of which is Roca Sesta. The Passo del Streg, or Witch's Passage, connects the two. The lower section of this is lined with kiosks selling snacks, drinks, and souvenirs, giving the mountaintop a carnival-like atmosphere. Roca Sesta has an ancient arms museum with thousands of weapons, including swords, knives, and crossbows, as well as early firearms and some unusual experiments, including a 1730 dagger gun. The 3 towers are depicted on the San Marino flag and the coat of arms, and they are a part of UNESCO's World Heritage Site that also encompasses the old town below. Number 3. Palazzo Publiko and Piazza della Liberta. The late 19th century neo-Gothic style government house, also known as the Palazzo Publiko, with its square crenellated tower, was designed by architect Francesca Azzurri and built of stone quarried on Mount Tatano. The exterior is adorned with coats of arms of the Republic and its 4 municipalities, and an interior stairway leads to the top council hall. The Guardia di Roca changes guard in a colorful ceremony frequently throughout the day, making Piazza della Liberta one of the most popular places to visit in San Marino. Their uniforms, which consist of dark green double-breasted jacket with a white braid, red trousers with a green stripe, and hats with red pom-poms, plus white gaiters, ensure that everyone gets great photos of the event. Number 4. Basilica di San Marino. This neoclassical basilica was built in the early 19th century on the foundations of an abandoned 4th century Romanesque church dedicated to San Marino. The interior is in a style of a classic basilica with a long nave and 2 side aisles lined with altars. The 7 altars are worth seeing for their statuary and paintings, and they have a high altar houses of a Taddini sculpted statue in San Marinus. The basilica is famous for housing the bones of Saint Marinus, the patron saint of San Marino, which are kept in an urn, and there is a high altar with a statue of a saint. The visitors should take time to investigate the paintings within Basilica di San Marino, which are magnificent in their craftsmanship. Number 5. Museo di Stato and others. This excellent museum and the historic Palazzo Pergami Beluzzi houses archaeological collections dating from the Neolithic age to Etruscan and Roman times. Egyptian antiques, Byzantine icons, 17th century paintings, and antique San Marino coins are among the historic art collections found outside in the Italian peninsula. Many of the museum's roughly 5,000 pieces were donated in the 19th century from private collections of Italian intellectuals and political elites who wanted to display their appreciation for the Little Republic. There's also a Museum of Curiosities, which is one of the most strangest and most entertaining things to do in San Marino, with its collection of strange objects, peculiar inventions, and their stories. There are 60-centimeter tall wooden clogs designed to wear during Venice's high waters, the world's longest fingernails, a 1700s German mousetrap, a flea trap, a 17th century hand pump shower, a nose watch that works by creating smoke of different scents each hour, and silver covers to protect Chinese mandarins' long fingernails in the collection of about 100 objects. The exhibits are well labeled and offer fascinating insights into history. Number 6. Fatano. Fatano is one of 9 communes that comprise the Catali of San Marino. It is previously part of neighboring Rimini in Italy before becoming a part of San Marino in the 15th century. Visitors to Fatano, a peaceful neighborhood in San Marino with just over 1,000 inhabitants, comes to view in the church of San Paolo Apostolo as well as the picturesque town hall. Visitors can spend a relaxing day wandering the small streets of Fatano, soaking up the local atmosphere and sampling some local food and wines. San Marino took over Fatano, formerly Malastetta territory, in 1463, and also acquired the Malastetta Castle in Fiorentino. Number 7. Monte Gargano. Monte Gargano is one of San Marino's 9 communes and is best known for being a university town, the only one in the country and the home of the University of the Republic of San Marino. The town is frequently described as the most beautiful in all San Marino and exudes the easygoing and intellectual atmosphere of university towns around the world. Monte Gargano, which was probably of Lombard origin, passed through the hands of numerous feudal lords until it was conquered by the Malastetta family in the 1463 conflict, which ceded it to the San Marino. For fear of insurgency, the inhabitants of San Marino destroyed the castle on the council of Federico de Fontefeltro. The name refers to the fertility of its soil, which is particularly suitable for agriculture, and which had a strong impulse in the 19th century when many families chose the location for their country's residences. The elm tree that stood at the village gate until 1938, to which the Malastetta family's shouts were posted, and later the community flocked around it, is one of the castle's icons. The historic settlement is built on a chalky relief, and the Marano torrent has formed deep, ripe slopes and evocative cavities in the chalk, which may be seen by the following Sentiero della Coste walk. Monte Gargano also features a shooting range. Number 8. Borgo Maggiore. Borgo Maggiore began as a sleepy village and has grown into a modern town with one of San Marino's largest residential areas. Borgo Maggiore is best known for its Thursday street markets, which run from early in the morning until around 2 p.m. The first markets in Borgo Maggiore, formerly known as Mercantile, are said to have occurred in the 13th century, so know that you are shopping in place with a long and proud history if you come here. The markets used to sell cattle, but nowadays you are more likely to find fresh local produce, household goods, and regional arts and crafts. Situated at the foot of Mount Tatano, a funicular connects the settlement to the city of the San Marino, allowing you to enjoy the spectacular vistas across the state as you ascend. Number 9. Cerebell. Cerebell, another of San Marino's Castilli, is the state's largest municipality and is located at the foot of the Apennine Mountains. Cerebell Scrivia is a city in Piedmont, Italy. It has many popular attractions, including Area Archeologica de Liberta and Santuario Nostra Signora de Menespetro, making it well worth a visit. The town dates from medieval times and was previously a small village named the Village of Elm Trees. Cerebell's attractions include the Cerebell Castle, which appears on the Castello's coat of arms, and St. Andrea's Church, which was built in the 19th century. Check out the Olympic Stadium, which is a bit of a misnomer because it's not actually associated with the Olympic Games, but rather the national stadium used primarily for football matches. Number 10. Piazza della Liberta. The northernmost point of Florence's historic center is Piazza della Liberta. The plaza has been created and restored multiple times up to the 19th century. The square was demolished after 1865 and rebuilt with a new design by Giuseppe Poggi. Today, the square is surrounded by a number of lovely Florentine buildings, a beautiful and peaceful garden in the center of the piazza with the views of the famous Triumph Arch and majestic fountain. Come to Piazza della Liberta to witness one of San Marino's most cherished traditions, the changing of the guard with Guardi di Roca. The Guardi are known for their green uniforms and red pom-pom hats, and the changing of the guard happens on the hour every hour during daylight hours in the summer months. After you've had your fill of this enthralling traditional spectacle, make your way down to the single main street that leads off Piazza della Liberta, which is lined with restaurants, cafes, charming boutiques, which are selling the local handcrafts such as San Marino's most famous items, duty-free items, and exquisite ceramics. Surrounded by medieval stone walls that are entirely made of stone and closed to traffic, lined with cafes, restaurants, and shops selling ceramics and duty-free items. If that's your thing, then San Marino is for you. Which of these places do you absolutely want to visit? Also, check out this other video if you want to go to Nicaragua. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more of our top 10 prime picks.